Welcome to the podcast. It's Mr. Ish. We're here at KIPS Bay Boys and Girls Club, Kildare Clubhouse. A rare sighting of three staff members doing a podcast. We're gonna do a quick one just to introduce them, and it's a quick topic. I mean, only two people are gonna have good experiences in this one, so just tell them your name.
My name is Sebastian.
My name is Alyssa.
Okay, my name is Mr. Ish. They just sat down there, so I figured let me just turn this on. It's May. You know, people coming from home from college, right? College is ending. It's also the time where you start thinking about high school, you know, the high school seniors, you know, the things you're going to do in life and, you know, all the adventures that you had in high school. You have great experiences in high school?
I had wonderful experiences in
Yeah,
high
you know,
school.
and me too, I have to admit. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago for me. But when did you graduate from high school?
2020.
2020. Oh, that's not too bad. I mean, you still were in the mix. I mean, we're in 2023, so it wasn't that long ago.
That was COVID.
I graduated in 87. So I graduated in a different time zone, a different everything. But I'm pretty sure that even the experience I had in high school can relate to some people here on the table today.
Yeah.
So yes, let's talk about your high school experiences.
Well, I graduated in December 2022.
You graduating?
I graduated.
You didn't graduate in the summer.
Yes, I did.
Oh, in the summer or December?
In December.
Oh, you know, you didn't sound. It didn't sound like December. I thought you said the summer.
The summer.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
you graduated a
December.
year ago and you still waiting for your diploma. Yeah, but they don't. You know what? Even in your diploma, they can't put December. You know that, right?
Right? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look at your diploma. It's gonna say June.
Okay.
If you get one, you know,
I
it's still up.
definitely
It's
did.
still up in arms. We don't know. So give me give me a positive story from high school. I'm gonna give you a positive story too.
From high school?
Yeah, any positive story. You were there for how many years?
4 years.
No,
I'm
some
in
people are
the
there for 3
school?
years. Yeah, some people are
Oh,
3
4
years.
years. A positive one, I guess, was my 12th grade year in film class.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was positive about it?
I mean, we got to make our own films, and
Okay.
we had fun with it.
That's cool.
So yeah.
So do you think that that's gonna carry over to your life?
Yup. I mean, it helps me see films and shows differently. Like I could speak about the cinematography and all the different stuff that go into acting and making a film.
Okay, what's a cowboy angle?
A
Yeah.
cowboy.
Yeah, cowboy shot. That was the angle. You see? Thank you very much. I just stubbed you right there. One of the 12 most requested angles in cinema history. I don't want to put you on the spot like that. I also saw your film, so I know that it was, it could have been a good experience though, because compared to other things happening, it was a fun experience. You know, you got to walk around the hallways and jibber jabber and do a little hanging out and filming. That's cool. Sebastian, give me a good experience in your high school. I mean, you did go to a private school, so I know you're a little bougie.
Nah, I don't know about that.
I mean, I went to a specialty school, so
My school was pretty much a Catholic public school.
it was a Catholic public school. It was an all boys school.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tough. Tough
Nah.
out there in the streets. Not really. You think it's tough? It's really not, because the boys know where the girls go, and the girls know where the boys go. All it is
Fact.
as soon as that alarm rings, is a brunch. Everybody knows exactly where to be. The girls know exactly the guys are coming out of the school, and the same thing for the guys. They had no problem doing dances or anything like that, right? You had no problem doing dances?
Nah, my school, we couldn't have a dance.
You couldn't have no dance?
We was banned from the dance.
Oh, you must have done something.
Yeah.
Maybe those 3 years that you
It,
were
was
there.
it wasn't our grade. It was the previous grades.
Well, so you got to pay for it. Somebody had to pay for it.
It was all right, though.
Okay.
Um,
Well, don't Becca didn't have no dances, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, they took the 12th graders to basically our senior trip. 11th graders to our senior trip.
Oh, that's
so
gangster.
I didn't even have a
Today.
senior trip.
Yeah. We basically have a hangout on the 9th, and then we have our prom, which is the same place we had our prom for middle school,
Yeah.
and nobody's going. And graduation, I'm pretty sure, is the same place as well. So it's like they
High
didn't
school
change
just
anything.
sucks.
Yeah,
Yep.
they haven't changed the format to graduation
I mean,
since I've been
honestly,
there.
they hated our class.
They haven't even changed the DJ.
Oh, no.
Like, I tried to get them a better DJ, and they were like, nah. I was like, yo, dude, I literally have maybe 60 DJs in my phone, but you could pick one. I mean, you're gonna have to pay. You're gonna if you want, Carmelo, you want one of these big names, you're gonna have to pay. But he's gonna come, and your party's gonna be lit. But you're gonna have to pay. They're like, nah, we good with our $300 DJ. We good.
Which is
And that's
oh
why
my
he's
goodness, he only
horrible.
kept playing bachata, and we were
He's
all
gonna,
asking for
he is
different
going to be
things.
horrible once again.
Yeah.
You should have done a silent party. That's
I
what you should
mean,
have
I'm
done.
not going.
That would have been gangster.
I'm not going to prom. I feel, and no one's
Why
going.
not?
No one's going because everybody's posting on their Instagram that they're gonna have their own parties and stuff. And like,
Well, you should
I
not
feel
go. It's a
like-
graduation.
I'm not going to graduation either. I'm actually going to
Well,
Well-
I didn't have any, so
You didn't have what, prom?
or graduation.
oh, because he
Oh,
graduated
you had
in
COVID.
quarantine.
Oh, man. So you got dressed up and stood in your room and took pictures? You didn't do
I
that,
was
you didn't do
in
that Zoom
Jersey.
one?
I was in
Oh.
Jersey when they showed my 3-second clip on YouTube.
I went to graduation. Graduation was lit.
Mine was
My
supposed to be
well,
lit.
my prom was in a yacht. We was up there. We also had I think my class was like, it was over 500 kids or something that graduated.
There was 500 of you on a yacht.
It was a big number because my school has 7 floors
On a yacht.
and we were in Midtown. So I think my class was about 500. The graduating class. Like, you know how you guys have like 10-1, 10-2, 10, we was like 10-35, 10-36. And if you were in one of those classes, you really needed a lot of help. Like, you needed to be in 10 from, let's say, I'm using 10th grade because it's easy. But let's say you needed to be from 10-1 to about 10-10. That's like the top 10 classes. If you were past that, then you wasn't really a good student. If you was in the 30s, you probably came in a yellow bus or something. It was just like, that was just back in the days, the way they used to pick the classes. Now, if you was in 10-3, you were like, okay, you're a good student. 10-3 is a B average student. If you was in 10-1, you was fire.
He was a genius.
Yeah, you was smart. You was in, the debate team or something like that. You were taking I was in the math club. I think I was in 10, like 10-4, 10-5. And then one year for my 11th grade, they didn't have space and they put me in a 10th grade homeroom. Yo, I couldn't take it. I was like, yo, I felt like I got left back. I was like, nah, look at these youngins. I was like, yo, you in like 10-17 or something. I was like, nah, I can't do this. I was talking to my advisor. I was like, yo, you need to get me out of this. I said, you need to find me an 11th grade class, homeroom. I said, I can't be with these young kids. And I was young too. I graduated when I was 17, so I was young. But my experience as well.
It seemed like you got terrible experiences.
I mean, I don't mind it.
I mean, one of the best things that ever happened to you is you meeting me.
Really?
Yeah, I did. You don't want to give me that credit,
Yeah,
but
of
it
course I
was.
don't.
It was because I was the highlight of your morning. I was the highlight of your afternoon.
And when I didn't want to be in class,
And when I didn't
went
want to be, thank you.
Yeah.
And I also got you a job. So
Yeah,
I
so
put
give him his props.
yeah. So I put
All right,
money.
so I give
put
you your
money.
props.
Thank you. Hold up a second. Let me get my applause. I put money in her pocket. I handpicked her and put her here in my basket. That's the way I did it.
I mean, honestly, I only did the internship because I wanted to get out of Becca, and I was supposed to stay there every day after school for at least 30 minutes because I was in IB.
Special ed.
No,
Well, she was in a.
I was in an
I-
IB class.
which means absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
They
I'm not gonna
they
do
sell
nothing
the
with that.
school like we're a world school. Nobody from the world goes to that school except you guys. Like what world? Santo Domingo, that world? I mean, I don't know what world they're talking about.
I mean, I honestly didn't care, I guess, because all I wanted to do was get out of high school and go
Yeah,
to college.
I hear
So
you.
it's like, but there's certain people that are like screaming and crying on Instagram, close friends saying, we want prom. I'm just like, okay. I don't know what to tell you.
You don't like high school right now, but you're going to miss high school.
yeah, you're gonna miss high school compared to college. You're gonna miss high school.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because-
yeah, the work, of course, but,
But you know what it is too is that you guys.
Well, not even the
in-
work,
Well,
just-
Sebastian can tell you in high school, they did a lot of stuff for you. In college, if you don't do anything, you're not gonna get nothing. Like if you don't go get your ID, no one's gonna force you to get an ID. You're gonna need it one day and be like, yo.
oh yeah, I gotta go
you-
get my ID.
It's so many things that you're an adult. You have to do this already. Like that's the way they're gonna treat you. You're an adult.
I
You
mean,
have to do
but
this.
I don't know. I don't mind it because I don't know. I just don't mind it whatsoever. Like that's life. Like you have to get stuff to earn it.
You say that now until you ask your advisor for help, and
Yeah,
they're gonna
and your
look at you like
advisor will be like,
supposed
you
to
should
know
have
it.
been here. Yeah, you should have done this. Whatever time. Like you should have done this.
I mean, but Becca already did that. Please, where was our advisor at? She was always in lunch break, or she was like, oh, I don't know.
But
Like
in
for
high
our
school,
fast
what
food, we
advice
had to look. All of us, we had to look stuff for our fast food because she didn't know how to do it. And she was the one that was supposed to help us. And she was just like, oh, yeah, that's your homework. And then for our tap and everything, that's on y'all. So it was like, she was just there
She was
to
getting you
chill.
in shape. She was getting you in shape for.
She was on her
Carry
phone.
on.
I'm so sorry because I loved her, but she was on her
Which
phone
one was
the
this,
whole time.
Rodriguez?
Yeah. She was always on her phone and she was just chilling. Every time we wanted to go to the bathroom, she'd like, go ahead, go ahead. Like the whole class is missing. Everybody's in the bathroom. She don't even notice.
It's her first year, man. It's her first
Like
year.
she never noticed. She was like, "Oh my God, is that all we have?" And there's like 3 kids in the
I see. That.
classroom.
Yo, you know
like-
what was the thing in that school? Walking around in a circle.
What?
Oh
Stupidest
yeah.
thing in the world. They just walk around.
Yeah,
They
our
just
school
walk
is a
around.
circle.
They just walk around. I'm like, yo, look at y'all. 3 times walking around. It's the dumbest thing in
He
the
used to
world.
always tell us, "Oh, go
Like,
to
you're
class."
the worst. Like, at least if you're going to walk around, like, go meet up with somebody. It's the same 3 people.
You didn't have like detention.
They get out of class. Detention. They had detention. When I was there, we had detention.
But was it like
But it
detention
wasn't
or-
that strict whatsoever.
No. When
so yeah.
now this is before her. She was probably still in elementary school. But when I started there, we had detention. Me and Burkhardt used to do detention.
Oh, yeah,
But you know what
Burkhardt.
happens is that the no teacher wants to do it.
Mm.
No teacher wants to sit there, for a period with a whole bunch of bad kids. So
But
supposed to be bad
Burkhardt,
kids.
But you
he
didn't
used
have
to
a
sit
dean?
there for
Yeah,
a
but me and
whole-
Burkhardt, I didn't care.
Our dean, please, it was
Yeah.
it's our principal, well, vice principal now, and I feel like we spoke to him like he was one of us
Yeah,
because he doesn't care.
Oh, so that's
Like
cool.
he
Yeah.
caught kids doing stuff that they shouldn't have in the staircase, and he just
Oh,
walks
wow.
past them because he doesn't want to
Nice.
do the paper.
You don't want to do the write up.
Yeah, he just does it. He just tell us go to class, and it's like, okay, we're not going nowhere, so it's like
What a great dean.
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, you talking about not Burkhardt, right?
no,
Let me talk about my Burkhardt. Burkhardt don't play with that.
yeah, he was.
Burkhardt
I
was
mean, we
strict.
never liked him because he was so strict. But at this point, like, I'm
So
grateful
you should
for
be the
him.
dean.
Huh?
He left the school,
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
left.
Your school is
He left. He abandoned me. Burkhardt, I'll never forgive you for that.
and
He-
now
he
you abandon O'Grady.
Yeah, well, O'Grady didn't want to go. I told him, soldier, I'm getting on this ship. You coming or not? O'Grady was like, nah, I'm good right here. I said, all right, buddy, I got to go. So I warned him. Burkhardt warned me, but it was like June. He told me, yo, Ish, I'm not coming next year. I was like, yo, what you talking about? It's June, bro. I said, you should have been told me like in January. I would have been looking for a school. I was like, do they have any openings in your school? He was like, I don't know, bro. I said, come on, we always said we leaving together. He left me. He abandoned me. He left the Marine in the sand. I don't forgive him for that. He's still my boy, though. Yeah, it was tough.
But now
in
that school is
in that
trash.
school, a lot of people leave.
Yeah, and it was all the good people, like Miss Felix, Burkhardt. Like Miss Felix, she was the best advisor ever. Like I had her phone
She wasn't
number,
really an advisor, you know.
but
that?
like but she was something
Oh,
like
no,
that
she,
for
yeah,
us.
she
like,
did everything for you.
I used to always text her at 3 a.m. in the morning for
stop.
homework, and she was
Like,
not
you're
even my
weird.
teacher, and
You're
she used
weird.
to text back.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
she gave
Yeah.
us her
She
number.
didn't have a life.
Oh my God.
I don't think she listens to the podcast. Miss Felix, I called you for Mother's Day. You didn't answer me. I call everybody. Yeah, I mean, I miss the staff. The staff was cool. Not all the staff, but I miss my little clique of staff was fun. I speak to the girls in the office 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm not even there. So I text them this morning.
I'm not gonna lie, they don't even like us. I feel like you could have had the worst thing. Oh, here's a Band-Aid. Or go to class. Never send us to nurse, or they ignore us.
'Cause
I'm like,
people be lying, yo. I ain't gonna lie.
But
I used to lie. I used to
all
go
right,
to the
but
nurse
I'm
office.
telling
just
you,
wanna go
I
home.
had the worst pain, and like the only way they let me go was I vomited in front of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
And that's what you did?
I mean, yeah, because they were like, oh, you're not going nowhere. You're not calling your mom. And I'm like, I feel bad. I'm about to vomit. And they're like, well, I don't care. Go to class. I
tough.
vomited on the floor. And now, what? They need a janitor, and they also need to call my mom.
I was like, your school was just
Tough.
like,
It was present. It was rough and rugged there.
Okay.
I know they hated me because I when I first got there, I was the one that invented the taking away the phone from them, because I was walking around. These kids were in class like just straight up shooting videos,
But that was before
in the
me.
bathroom. Yeah, it was before you in the bathrooms, and I was like, "Excuse me, there's no regulation on phones here." They were like, "Nah." And they were like, if you come up with something, we'll implement it. I was like, what? Started thinking about some stuff. Got some, about a
And I
month.
feel like we were more slick than you though
About
because
now, you were never more slick than
I mean,
It's
but
that
you knew?
we couldn't. We couldn't. What I knew and what I could prove, and then the times that I wanted to flex a little bit and be like, yo, I know I could catch this person. I caught him. But it's also, once you catch them, if they be like, okay, here, and they give it back to you, then it's, I wanted to get caught and your phone taken away for like a week, so you could feel the pain.
I mean, like
Stuff
that happened
like
to
that.
a certain person.
I told you there was a girl that she put it in her wig, man. She put her phone in her wig. I'm not. You didn't know that? No. Oh my God, this girl put her phone in her wig, right? Because it was I forgot her name, but is it Letitia, it's something like?
Oh, it's in my class.
Yeah.
I know.
So
who
she used
that
to put it in her
is.
wig.
From
So
them putting her on blast.
that day she happened to be walking through the metal detectors because something happened, in the afternoon. Nobody knew because they don't tell you when the metal detectors are coming. It just spring it on you.
I mean, but the thing is, we had group chats too, where like
was a
that.
prison.
Let me tell
but
you,
the thing is that like sometimes
those metal
they don't think.
detectors never worked. 'Cause
Okay,
I'm telling
well,
you how many people passed.
I'm telling
with
you, it
certain
worked.
things
It worked on her wig.
because
she
it was
passed
a
by.
phone.
She passed by and I was in the front. I was like, yo, she buzzing. Yo, they were like this. They wanted her. She was good. Wanted her feet, all that. I don't have none. I don't have none. Check your bag. Ran it through the machine again. They waved it to the top, and that joint started going crazy. I was like, yo, she got it in the wig. So they called her aside. They put her in the room. She had the joint in her wig, my man.
Okay, but
This is
that
gangster
was
with it.
only
But
the phones.
y'all get your phone back at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No, they kept their phones.
I mean, but like we get
we
our
put
phones
it in
back
we put it in
the
yonder pouches. I'll be like, yo, let me see your phone. Turn it off. I
And
lock
he
it. give it
knew.
to you.
I feel like you were a nice person
But
because
that's
he
not
knew.
bad. My school, they
Nah.
catch you with your phone, you gotta pay $10 to get it back.
$10.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
if you
that was
think
for
your
that
school-
subway y'all
Yeah, they were
had.
trying to get that money. They're trying to get that
I
money.
told you to hack about the subway. I missed that subway. I get a
Um,
free sandwich every day.
They have a. So we actually gave them the phones back. Now, when I first started, we used to keep the phones, but then later on, when we came up with the yonder pouch,
Which is
we
a
actually
bad
gave
idea
gave
because
it
we
back
used to
them.
break them and
Yeah,
people used to
break them.
put
If
fake
you don't
phones.
have $10, you're not getting your phone back.
People
That's
used
all
to
you
be
do.
like, "Oh, I don't I left
have a
mine
phone."
home, so
Yeah.
we give you another one." But in order for us to do that, like we never kept the collateral, we never kept the ID. People used to throw it on the roof. They used to cut it. Like,
Yeah, in the
all
bathroom
types of
used to
stuff.
bang it. And then someone stole actually.
oh yeah, someone stole the magnet.
Yeah, to
and he was
open up.
opening. He was opening for $2.
It was, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you better
yeah.
be charging. Like,
So he stole the magnet and he was opening for $2.
Because they used to leave it downstairs next to the gym. And I think he was in my class. I know who
he's
it is.
smart.
Yo.
He's smart.
What is it? JP? JP is his
No,
name. Right?
PJ.
Hustler.
No, JP.
It was
a PJ.
JP.
Yeah.
JP, he would never do that.
So no, it wasn't. That was his
JP
name.
and PJ, what is this? They
Promise,
twins?
promise. He's PJ and JP. That's actually his name. Well, it's John Paul.
Yeah, John Paul. So he's the one that stole the magnet.
Look, I got
He,
two
he
first
used to keep it
names.
in a scully. He had a scully,
Uh-huh.
and he had big, curly hair. So he used to keep the magnet there. So they didn't find out for a minute. He was opening it for $2, and the way they found out is that I guess he was opening this kid's phone, and he had the money. So the kid was like, yo, you can pay my money. And the kid was like, I don't have it. Like, I'm a regular customer. So I guess the kid ratted him out. He was upset. He ratted him out. Because if not, that system could have gone for a minute. That system could have gone for a minute.
We
It's
had
not that big of a
we
deal.
had
I
a
used to
candy
give.
man in my
I used to
school.
give a fake phone every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
day.
I caught one of those kids too on a fake phone. I used to see him. He used to always think his drip was right. I forgot his name.
But he had an iPhone 4
But he
or
had an
something.
iPhone 4, and I was looking at him like, yo, how could this kid have an iPhone phone coming with Supreme?
That's
coming,
good
his,
you know,
that's his fake phone.
So
you know
that's what I
I'm saying?
said. So I told Burke, I was like, yo, this guy got a fake phone, man. I said, he got the ear pods in and all that. No earpod pros work with an iPhone 4. So he was like, nah. I said, yo, I'm telling you, I'm going to follow this kid. I'll be with the cart. I'll be looking in the classroom. One day I just caught him, and I went right to him. I was like, all right, let me get the phone. And he was like, he was all stuttering. It was in his bag, like, trying to go in the bag and
Going home.
trying to go in the bag and text and all that stuff. I was like, all right, it's over. So he got busted. But then the penalty was nothing. That call your parent maybe, that give it to you at the end of the day. Like, it wasn't worth it. I used to catch a lot of people, though. If I wanted to catch people, I could have caught, like, an average of maybe 5 to 10 a day, or call everybody. What I used to do too is call everybody's parents.
Oh, I remember
But-
when
but
my
that got- that-
pouch
yeah, that-
broke,
that
and I
got-
went to your office so you could give me a new one.
Yeah,
'Cause I was
don't rat me
scared.
out. Don't rat me out.
I'm
I still
sorry.
work for the system.
I'm
Okay?
sorry,
You can't rat me out.
but
I said we can rat everybody else out, but
They
don't
be
rat me
scared
out.
of everything, yo.
no, because it's like if you break it, like what's it called? The vice principal, he was always downstairs, and me and him were cool. I used to use him basically. I'm sorry, but I used to use him so I could get like out of things and like situations. I used to
Oh,
be
you talking
nice
about me?
to him. No,
Oh, no,
vice principal.
Oh, vice principal.
So when like he was like he thought I was a good kid, but honestly I really wasn't. So one day I broke my pouch while I was trying to open it, and I went to a certain someone's office, and he gave me a new pouch, and he made sure the other one like
Disappeared.
yep.
Yeah, I heard
Well,
about
what
that story.
happens if when you mess up the pouch?
Basically he sees it at the end of the day
Yeah.
because you only have one pouch. Everyone has one pouch
And it has the number on it.
and the name
Well,
too.
what's the consequence? Of the
You
pouch?
get a call home, or you even get suspended for
Yeah.
like a few days.
But do you know how they do suspension? In-house. So you come at 9 o'clock, you leave at 11.
Not even what?
yes,
Yeah.
I remember when I got in trouble for hitting a teacher.
You come at 9
And-
o'clock. You come with your breakfast, your ham and cheese.
Yup, and
You
you
basically
chill.
stay in a room
In-house
to 11,
suspension.
and they send you home.
In-house
Yes.
suspension at my school. You in there the whole day. When everybody dismissed, you still there until 4 o'clock.
No,
We
they
get
used
out
to
at
give me
1:50.
candy. They used to let me watch
Yeah.
movies on Netflix.
The in-house suspension was a vacation.
All you basically did was to come to school so you could eat your chopped cheese or something.
And if you had a test and you had in-house suspension, you failed that test. You can't
No,
retake
they
it
they
either.
used to make you go take the test.
Well, you failed it. You can't
No,
retake
this
it.
is-
Can y'all stop doing that?
Could you just what are you doing? Yeah, it was. I was always asking like, why you got in-house suspension? That's the dumbest thing in the world.
I mean, because they never cared about us.
I mean,
Honestly,
they
no
cared
one-
somewhat. They cared a little bit about some people.
Some people.
And it all depends on the class because there was a class. I don't think you didn't work with her either. Loudy's class. It was maybe a few years before you. Her class was awesome. But they also took charge of stuff. Like, yo, we doing this, and they
I
were
mean,
like,
the only
"Oh,
person that took charge in our stuff was Similarly, the one the activist, she like did the.
You got to.
Oh my gosh.
You got to. You
Well,
gotta.
they getting tight, yo, because we're not answering the walkie, but we doing
Oh.
the podcast.
They're gonna be like, yo, can't do a podcast together. All right, you already. You see, you ratted us out. I told them that you had to turn the walking when you're in my class. Anyhow.
Yeah.
It's tough to do a podcast.
Ew, why my back
Doing
of my neck look?
I don't know. You
Your
the
neck
one who
is
turned
looking-
around.
All right, we already at 20 minutes, so we're gonna have to get out of there because y'all get paid by the hour, and this is not teen night. So I'm sorry that you had a bad experience in high
I'm
school.
not that.
Sebastian,
I mean, if you have
I'm
a
glad- I'm
conversation
glad-
with JC,
I'm
she
glad.
would definitely start crying.
No,
or
JC
bawling
was
her
like,
eyes.
she was like, I was like, you should have told your mother. You should have told your mother
Yup.
and get all the Dominicans over there, Puerto Ricans, and rebel the whole place
Move.
down.
There were like two
Both
Puerto
of you
Ricans,
just
but who
get away
cares?
from each
There
other.
was mostly people of color
Move.
and
Yeah,
Dominicans.
well, that's what he should have done. Because all you need to do is rev up one person, and that auntie or somebody gonna and you know what? And all of a sudden the whole school is over
I
there getting
mean,
emails.
I mean, someone's parent emailed them, and then they were like, "Oh, we don't have nothing to do with it."
All I could say, and I can say it on my podcast, I wanted to go to graduation so bad.
I will get you
wanted
some
to
tickets.
go, and I had tickets. I would have found a ticket. I would have got there. But
Your daughter's
unfortunately, my
French.
daughter's
Yeah.
is the same day, and as much as I still want to go and raise hell, I can't do it because I got all my daughters. But if
Will
not,
I get my diploma if I do it for you?
you could go in there with a watch.
No, I just want to.
Doing this thing.
Honestly, I wanted to spray everyone with their nice gowns.
You could go in there. You should make a nice poster. You want me to help you? I'll make a nice poster and you stay in the front and just go back and forth as they're walking in.
I'm not gonna get my diploma.
Why not?
'Cause
They
it-
can't do nothing to you. They can't suspend you. You already graduated. They have to give you a diploma. And if they
Alright.
don't, you call Vaquero on them. News 4. It's over. It's like this. As the parents walk in, worst 4 years of my life.
Only
Boom,
one
boom, boom.
person? Really, one
Hey,
person?
with your phone interviewing parents, how do you feel about your daughter's your son's? Oh yeah, you wasn't really participating.
Yeah, he's trying to get me
And
jumped.
protest.
He's trying to get me
I'm telling
jumped.
you, protest is the
By
best.
bad parents.
Right?
Call News 12 and be like, yo, there's one girl over there protesting in front of Hosta's.
She the only one protesting.
The only one. She's on rollerblades going back and forth. with a sign. She got a cap and gown with a whole bunch of no signs on it, no Becca on it. Yo, that would be mad funny. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go before y'all get in trouble. It was nice. It was nice laughing, I guess. You know, sometimes the best thing is to laugh because if not, you have to cry. You don't. We don't want you to cry. You mess up your mascara if you cry. We're out of here.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Check.
I told you, high school is tough, man. See ya. Congratulations, you graduated.